Cool, and we are live. Hi, everyone. Thank you for attending the team training today, this evening, this afternoon. We're so excited to share with you. So I have our very own brand new Diamond Coach, Whitney Small, with us, and I'm so excited because she actually just went through the Shine 6 Weeks to Diamond group. And through the Shine group, she really blossomed as a leader, but her team really stepped up, and it was really exciting to watch all the things that they were doing to reach out and help more people. And if you haven't met Whitney before, she has earned Success Club every single month but one since she's been a coach, which is really incredible. If you guys are brand new and you're not sure what Success Club is, we have other trainings to learn about it. But it really is those people that are stepping up and continuously helping more people. So I'm going to have Whitney dive in first and share a little bit about her story and why she became a coach. It's really exciting for me because we both went to Cal Poly. We both graduated from Poly with degrees in business. And now we are both coaches and, living out our passion. So I love to hear her story. It's still a little different from mine. We had different types of jobs, but being able to leave the corporate world and make fitness our business for me, it's a total dream come true. So I'm really excited to have Whitney share her story with you today. Thank you for being with us, Whitney. Thank you for taking time. I know she just got done. She's training for Ironman, I think, right now, and she just got done with a swim. She just got out of the pool and then is jumping on this call with you. And that's really what it takes as a leader, the dedication to giving back and sharing what is working for you. So thank you for taking time in between your busy schedule, Whitney. And I can't wait to hear more about your story.
Cool. Thanks, Christy. So a little bit about how I got started in Beachbody. I was, actually training for Ironman with Christy about almost 3 years ago now, and I was working also kind of corporate America job, just had this dream of one day being a CFO, CEO, and we would go to the pool in the morning, and when we would get out, she'd be putting on her sweats, and I'd be putting on my business outfit, and I was like, gosh, I'm so jealous. Like, you get to go home, you get to go work at home, work at a coffee shop, and I got to go to work. So I think that kind of started the conversation about what she did and what she was working on at home as a coach. And so it kind of planted the seed in my mind. And every day that I would then go to work and sit at a cubicle in an office where the windows didn't open and there was no fresh air, and my only break of the day was, a little bike ride at lunch, but you had to be back in 45 minutes, otherwise your boss came down on you. It was all those little moments that just kept adding up that I realized this is not what I was meant to do. This is not my passion. Pushing papers, helping people, not even helping people, but helping a company work towards, a financial goal every month, and crunching the numbers felt so purposeless to me. And I think training for Ironman making me realize how much I did enjoy fitness and how much of a kind of positive aspect it can bring to your life. I realized that's what I was passionate about. That's what I wanted to help people find in themselves. So it was almost kind of a blessing in disguise, because a lot of our jobs with this corporation ended up moving to Texas. And so we had the choice to keep our job and move to Houston, Texas, or Hartford, Connecticut. And I live in one of the coolest cities in California, and I could not give up, where I live just to follow this job that at this point I wasn't even that passionate about anymore. So I kind of decided at that time, hey, maybe this is my chance to pursue what I'm actually meant to do, or what I felt like my calling was. So I decided to become a Beachbody coach, and for the next 6 months, I strictly built Beachbody, and I just worked on my business, and the coach who I was under, I worked on his business, and we built both of them pretty strong. And then after that, I was like, okay, I want to take this the next step further. I want to become a personal trainer. So I got certified as a trainer, got all the study materials, and, studied my butt off for about 4 months, took the test, and passed. And so then I started kind of living and breathing the fitness world, getting to help people in person with their fitness goals, and then also having this other aspect to it where I could recommend nutrition to them or suggest, hey, here's what I'm doing that's working for me. So they really paired well hand in hand, working every day in the gym, but then also getting to use that credibility that I was building with clients outside of the gym. And that's what I've been doing ever since. It's been about 2 years now, and happiest I've ever been for sure, because every day I get to go to work and feel like I'm making a difference. And it's so true, like when you wake up to a text from somebody or a Facebook post where you're tagged and they're saying that you're helping them change their life, like that feeling, you don't get that in corporate America. A boss giving you a shout out does not even come close to what it feels like to help someone change their life. So I think I'm finally doing exactly what I meant to do on this earth, in this world. So I've just been, my big thing as a coach and as a Beachbody coach is finding new ways to help people. Sometimes I would find like a little bit of a dead end with just the challenge groups or the challenge packs. And so my goal is to find new kind of markets. So I've done a couple things to kind of do that, and I think, Christy, that's what you wanted me to share on the call, is just share some of these ideas, and hopefully it can help other coaches just kind of spark some new ideas for everyone.
Yeah, before you start, I just want to say, to add to her story, you guys, you can see she has a new car. You can't see the outside, obviously. You see the inside. She just got done swimming, which was a big thing for her, to not have to swim early in the morning and then have to like go to work. So she got done swimming. She's on this call with us. Her bike's in the back of her new car. You can see it back there. And that's, that was actually kind of what pushed me with the coach opportunity too, was I loved training for Ironman. I loved fitness. But it just drove me crazy that I was having to get up at 4 a.m. to ride my bike before work in the dark, in the pitch black, which, like Whitney said, I used to live in where she lives, and is the coolest place in the world, and now I live in Tahoe, love it here, and it's the same thing. You want to be able to go out and like swim and get a tan. You don't want to have to swim at 5 in the morning when it's pitch black all the time. So that was definitely a huge motivator for me as well. But really exciting to see her transition from, I want something more, but I'm not sure. And I remember her saying to me, we were sitting in a coffee shop one day, and Whitney looked at me and she goes, goodness, like if I just have to keep watching, because if my boss shows up, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm supposed to be at work. Like, she played hooky from work. And I didn't. I was sitting at the coffee shop, and I'm like, just hanging out. Like, I didn't have a boss. I could be at the coffee shop hanging out with her, and there was no one who was going to get me in trouble. Like, I was able to live my life by design. And when he looked at me and said, maybe I should open a coffee shop. Maybe that'll get me where I want to go. And in my head, I'm like, that's not going to, no, you're going to be tied to the coffee shop. But I didn't say that. Like, I actually went home and then messaged her and said, I think you make a really great coach. But it was that continuous, like, planting those seeds. And I think now it's really neat to see a few years ago where Whitney was and wanting more and kind of feeling stuck, now to her having more freedom, being able to live her life by design and continuously be creative, because that's what she's good at. She's good at thinking of creative ways to connect and help people. I feel like that's one of the best things about being on a team too, is that we can try something, and then when it works, share that with others so that they can help more people. And that's also why I have her on this call today, on this training, because she's done a great job of transitioning her life into what she wants and helping as many people as she possibly can. So sorry to interrupt you, Whitney. I'm excited to hear everything. I know I've heard a little bit of it, but I'm really excited for you to share with everyone some of the creative ways you've been able to help more people.
Sounds good. And yeah, just to add to like the bike in the back and the car that was bought through Beachbody and changing lives, my biggest passion is dogs and animals. And so I get to go to work every day with Conan now. And there he is, asleep on the, seat.
Aww.
And it's just like, who gets to live like that? No business I ever went to could you bring your dog to work. So I know, like, my thing's dogs. Some people it's your kids. I get that. And that's something that this job can offer you. So just to kind of add that in. Okay, now to the creative fun part. We had, like Christy was saying, there was a big push for Diamond in these last few weeks. And so I really talked with my team, and we figured out a way we needed coaches. We needed to change some lives. And we wanted to do that in a way that, I don't know, would just be truly kind of impactful on them. And so when we sat down and realized what fundamentally our purpose was, all we could, really think about was, all right, we need to help the people that are too afraid to ask for help. And that meant reaching out to the people who might be afraid to respond to our posts about challenge groups, about, hey, we're going 30 days all out, 21 days, 6 extreme. You are going to sweat your ass off, and you are going to burn 800 calories a day. It's like, all right, that's not for everybody. That is awesome. I love that. If I saw that post, I would absolutely respond. Most people would not, though. And that's what we were finding. We were getting the same response. We were getting the same customers saying, okay, I'll be in this challenge group. I'll be in this challenge group. So we were missing the market of people that were too intimidated, or maybe had too much weight to lose, or too much weight on them to start exercising right away. So I remembered back to a clinical trial that corporate had done, and they launched it at Summit, or told us about it at Summit last year, and they said, we took, I believe it was 100 different people, and we gave them the challenge of replacing Shakeology for 2 meals a day for full 90 days. So they took their medical stats at the very beginning and at the very end, and the results were phenomenal as far as blood pressure, cholesterol, weight loss, and just overall better health and energy. I'm like, you guys, this is what we need to do. Let's recreate our own clinical study. And so we created all the flyers for it, thought of the marketing, and we realized we can't just announce this on Facebook. Nobody's going to, the same people that we're trying to target are not going to go for this. They're not going to say, oh yeah, me, I have 100 pounds to lose. That's not something that people call out and they're not comfortable with. So we needed to personally invite to this group. So each one of us made a list of the 10 to 20 people that we wanted to invite and have serious conversations with. This meant getting on the phone with them. This meant sending them a personal letter, an email, like beyond Facebook. Take it beyond social media. Show them that you care. People they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so we could help them by showing them, hey, this is what we have to offer, and we want to help you one by one. We want to make it a small group so that we can show you that one-on-one attention. So we lined out what we wanted them to do. We wanted them to start with the 3-day refresh, just so we knew they were all starting on the same platform. Everybody's body was cleansed. They were getting the junk out. And then from that day on, for the next 60 days is going to be our trial group. They had to just replace 1 meal a day with Shakeology. So that's all we were doing. We were saying, keep everything else that you have going on. You don't have to go for a walk outside. You don't have to do anything different. Just pick 1 meal a day to replace Shakeology with. And when we broke that down by cost, it cost a customer $692 over the 60 days if they were to do that with a spouse or with a buddy. Because that was the other thing. We really wanted somebody to have the accountability, whether it be, one of their children to do it with. A lot of the clients we have older children like my age that they could pair it with. or a spouse, a family member, a buddy. So those were kind of the requirements. You were committed for 60 days and that you had a buddy. So when we presented this to them, we said, okay, it'll be, $692 for the both of you if you're a customer. Now, here's the other option. One of you can sign up as a discount coach, and you can receive discounts on all the products. And your buddy can then also order through you. And so if it was a spouse, they have mutual bank account probably, so it's all coming out of the same fund. So your spouse can order through you, and now the other spouse gets the commission. So two things with that. Well, three things really. You were, one, kind of promoting the buddy system, signing up a discount coach, so they were getting a great deal on the products. Two, you were encouraging them or you were showing them the coach opportunity without really plugging it at all. They were seeing that, oh my gosh, I get commission from somebody ordering through me. So we don't even plug that at first, because that's going to come back into their mind down the way when they're having awesome results and somebody's asked them, hey, what are you doing? Like, this is amazing. They can say, oh, I'm on this, and they'll remember that their spouse bought through them, and they earned a commission on that. So you're really kind of showing them the coach opportunity without even mentioning it to them, really. And then the third aspect is a big kind of volume amount. So each of your legs, if you aren't familiar with it, there's probably other trainings on this, but the volume aspect to the business on each of your legs becomes really important. And if you sign up a coach who's regularly ordering Shakeology and 3-Day Refresh, that's a good volume amount. But then if they have a customer under them who's also doing the same thing, then you're really talking about a strong amount of volume on one leg, which will help you cycle bonus in the future. So it was really kind of a three advantage. It was a win-win-win for everyone. And then the end goal with the clinical trial is that after those 60 days, and they're feeling good and they've just replaced one meal a day, then we can go to the next step, which is maybe cleaning up their other meals. Maybe we help them out with a meal plan. If from there it's a success and they continue on with Shakeology as well, they already know Shakeology has been the catalyst in their weight loss and feeling so good. So now you have a discount coach who's ordering regular Shakeology. They're loving how they're feeling. And now you can start introducing them to programs or the workout aspect. So you've really taken them from nothing, and you're taking them baby steps. And if you can show them and walk them through that process, there aren't many people in this world that would dedicate that much time to somebody and to show them that you care enough to make sure that they have their one meal a day that's one healthy meal. Like, those people don't exist except in this Beachbody culture. And if you can be that for somebody, you're going to change a life. And that's going to be a discount coach for life probably, or it's going to end up becoming one of your most successful coaches because you showed them what Beachbody is really all about and that you're really there to help people. And then they're going to pass along exactly what they learned from you. So that's basically what we did. It transformed our team. It transformed our business. We got so many discount coaches out of it. And so we're really looking forward. June 1st is our clinical trial kickoff date. So these last 2 weeks we've been spending meeting with our clients. We take their personal measurements. We sit down with them. We go over the meal plan. So all of our clients are in person that we meet with. If you don't have the luxury of being in person with them, set up a face-to-face chat. It's going to be so effective in showing them how much you care, and watch them take their measurements. Make sure they're doing them in the right place. Have them stand, a few feet away from you and take a screenshot. That can be their before and after picture. Just show them that you're there for them right from the start, because there's nothing worse than walking somebody through the ordering process and then you just kind of falling off and have them do all the steps. This is a different market. These are the people that need the hand-holding the whole way, and it's going to pay off tenfold. I'm pretty sure of it. So
I definitely think Well, I wanted to ask you, so you had started to say the total cost if them and a buddy were to do it for the trial, but as a discount coach, what was the cost?
For a buddy and a discount coach, it was $565 versus $692. So it was a difference of $127 in savings over 2 months.
Right.
So they continue on with that. That's huge.
And that's with Shakeology and the 3-day refresh, correct? So you're doing...
Yeah, 3-day refresh every 30 days.
Okay, so they're doing the 3-day refresh challenge pack and then getting Shakeology and the 3-day refresh again after 30 days.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yep.
Just wanted to... And then I had another... just an idea, and because obviously you guys are just starting this, and you had a lot of coaches that signed up, not just for you, but for your team as well, because you guys are doing this as a team, which I love. My mind just went blank. I was about to say something. So after the 60 days, you were saying, okay, then maybe sit down and introduce them to a meal plan. What's really cool is that we do have now the 21-day fixed portion control system separately, where they can just buy that. So that even helps you further because you can sit down with them and you can create that plan, that meal plan with them through the portion control system, get them started with that so that you're cleaning up the rest of their nutrition, do that for 30, 60 days, whatever, introduce workouts, just like you were saying, but just an idea that popped in my head because we do have that now. So
that's such a good idea. I love the idea of like a step 1, step 2, step 3, and I think that that's what this market will respond to the best too. So we're just like scratching the surface right now, but I think step 2 absolutely is taking over those portions and showing them, okay, here's actually, exact foods you can put in these containers. And that's even too advanced for step 1, but I love your idea of like after those 60 days, boom, here's how you can continue on with this. That's a good point. Right.
And then, like Whitney said, if you're not in person, get creative. I love how she said, do a video. Zoom, you can go to zoom.us and create a free account. You have free 40 minutes. You literally have a little link and you send it to people. I have women that are in their 50s and 60s who are like, I'm not tech savvy. I'm like, just click the link. It'll do it for you. And they love it because they can see your face. They can really build that relationship with you. Whitney and her team are doing it in person, which is incredible. But like she said, if you don't have that luxury of doing it in person, still build that relationship. Do a weekly Zoom, check-in with them. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be 15 to 20 minutes, but it really does make a difference when people know that you care. I, with my challengers, I message them 1 to 2 times a week even, just like, okay, how's it going? How you doing? Or send them a text message, because when they know that you care and you're not just letting them fall off, it does become so much more, we're not like everybody else, like Whitney was saying, this is the real opportunity where people really do care about seeing the results. I don't want someone to just buy something. I want them to see results. I want them to experience what fitness can do for you. Fitness is more than just the way you feel and your energy. It's also your mindset, having a can-do attitude. And I know for Whitney and I, competing in an Ironman is insane. Yes, we're a little crazy. But it's amazing because you do something that in your mind you continue to tell yourself you can't do it. But yet you keep putting one foot in front of the other and you achieve it, and you're like, wow, because of these fitness goals I realize anything is possible. I can achieve anything I set my mind to. And these people that she's reaching out to, that her team is reaching out to, that we all are as coaches, a lot of times it takes a while for them to even say yes to you because they don't believe in themselves, and you have to be that person believing in them. So that's why I really love what Whitney and her team together are doing to change other people's lives, because the people need our help. They need to know that we care. They need to start with small steps, which is great. And it's going to be scary. So having you there as their support system means everything in the world. And before you know it, 60, 90 days, 120 days is not a long time. And for people to have changed their mindset and to believe in themselves again and have confidence again is incredible. Like, it gives them back their life. It really does. So, and you can add anything else, Whitney. I love what you guys are doing.
No, you hit it. I mean, that's what Beachbody's about. It's not about the challenge packs. It's not about the Success Club points. It's about changing someone's life. And if you can do that as a coach, it doesn't matter what accolades you have, what you studied in college, whether you're a personal trainer or not. Like, if you're somebody's cheerleader and you're their motivation, like, that is so rare. They don't have, a lot of people don't have that support group, or that support system. So if you can be that for someone, you're gonna be a game changer.
Yeah. Well, especially when they're starting out, like you said, you know, if their current lifestyle is not a healthy one, chances are that the rest of their family and friends are living the same type of lifestyle as they are. So being that first person to make those changes is scary because it's different from what your friends and family are doing. So it's not only scary because you doubt yourself, but it's scary because it's not the normal for your group of friends. So they really do need that coach and that support to help them know that they're on the right track and to make these changes while the rest of their friends and family aren't. But then they in turn can turn around once they have the confidence and really inspire their friends and family. So, huge game changer. I'm really excited because Whitney and her team are going to be at Summit in Nashville, and I know we're going to take so much away from all the trainings that they offer there and the parties. And I know you guys are all shooting for the Success Club party, right? Success Club 10 this month and next month with a total of 25 Success Club points. And like Whitney said, it's not the Success Club points, it's definitely those points. You have to tie them and understand that that's a life you're changing. Like, no matter how many people you have to invite to get that one person to say yes, that person that says yes doesn't care how many people you invited, because you continue to invite and gave them the opportunity to say yes to change their life. So it's really cool that her team, I know they're pushing for the Success Club party, so they're going to change a lot of lives in the process, and then we get to party and celebrate all their hard work in Nashville. No, Whitney's
meeting. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Christy, for having us on the call, or for me.
Yeah, no, thank you. Do you have anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
I think that's it. Yeah, push hard this week, last week of the month, guys. You can do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you guys all took something away from this. Take notes, go back and listen to it again, implement it. If you have questions, post them in the team page, tag Whitney and I, and we'll make sure that the answers are answered publicly so that everyone can benefit and learn from them. Thank you so much, Whitney, for taking time. I know you're busy in between your workouts and your training, but we appreciate you being here.